Good evening, wrestling fans. This is Lord Arthur Layden, your commentator, bringing you wrestling from Buffalo War Memorial Auditorium. By courtesy of the Buffalo Wrestling Club, with Pedro Martinez, your popular promoter, has gone all out tonight and is providing wrestling fans with a great thrill. For here we have in the ring tonight, officiating for the first time here, the great undefeated heavyweight boxing champion of the world, now retired, Rocky Marciano. And there we have Rocky Marciano examining both men for grease and checking their attire. We have him inspecting Whippoorbilly Watson of Toronto, Canada, one of the very few men that has defeated the mighty Lou Thez and held the world's heavyweight wrestling crown for a period of about 6 months. He is wrestling tonight the mighty German Fritz Von Erich, who at this moment is asking many questions and making accusations against Watson. But I'm afraid with Marciano as the official tonight, he had better be on a little of his better behavior, if that is possible. He is trying to tell Marciano that everybody's against him around these parts. But of course, he hasn't done anything at all to make people actually love him. Watson looks extremely well, but at this moment is taking a punishment from Fritz Von Erich, who is bearing in, using all that mighty weight of his, weighs in the vicinity of 270 pounds, and sinking that fist firmly into Watson's face. There's Rocky Marciano throwing him off, letting him know that he is not going to tolerate any of this, any of the breaking of rules and ignoring his control. The crowd would very much love to see Marciano take a more active role against Fritz Von Erich, but tonight that is left up to Whippoorbilly Watson, and as I said, Watson looks well, looks trim. At the moment he has to find the counter to this vicious attack by Fritz Von Erich, who has Watson in the corner, is pounding away with those fists. But once again the German shows disgust at the attitude of Rocky Marciano as he tells the German to break, to stand back and obey the rules. I can see him taking a very early trip to the dressing room if he maintains this attitude. Whippoorbilly Watson, present holder of the British Empire heavyweight wrestling crown, ex-heavyweight wrestling champion of the world, at this moment has big Fritz Von Erich pinned in the corner, but Erich displaying that great strength associated with his size. And there's Watson delivering a forearm jolt right into the midriff of Erich. And Erich down here right close to my back. And here's attacked in, wrestling fans, by Fritz Von Erich, who, through an old, you go back in the ring, you've got no right to be out here. You get back in. As attacked in, wrestling fans, by Fritz Von Erich, who, due to a little bad blood in the past, seems to take exception to me being near the ring. But I'll leave it to Whipper Watson to get in there and put him in his place. Unfortunately, the man had me at a disadvantage then, but I'm sure that he is going to get his share before the night is over. At the moment, we find him outside, running around the ring, taking the sanctuary of being outside the ring to gain extra time. Marciano telling Watson to stand back, otherwise he cannot put a count on Fritz Von Erich. He's a brutal type, Fritz Von Erich, believes in using sheer force as I have told him myself in the past, and he takes exception to that his best hole is definitely his big boot. And the crowd are very happy at the turn of events. When he tried to deliver that right hand into Watson's face, Watson ducked, and Fritz Von Erich finds himself once again outside the ropes. Crowd very happy. There's an enormous crowd here tonight. Enormous crowd attending Buffalo War Memorial Auditorium tonight to see this contest between Fritz Von Erich of Germany and Whipper Billy Watson of Toronto, Canada. Watson, one of the most popular champions to ever enter the wrestling ring. Watson has a wide variety of holds, at the moment using a side headlock on Fritz Von Erich. And an attempted drop kick by Fritz Von Erich on Whipper Billy Watson failed. And we see Watson following up, head spinning Fritz Von Erich, much to the delight of the crowd. But once again, Erich takes advantage of the ropes and comes outside the ring so he can get that very precious count before entering. Watson, over anxious, wanting Marciano as the crowd count with Marciano. But as Marciano says to Watson, he said, I can't count him if you don't stand back. Fortunately, fans, we have Martin Moscato's police around the ringside here just to make sure that everything is kept under strict control. And he does just that. You'll find that Martin Moscato, he does a fine job around the ringside here at Buffalo War Memorial Auditorium. And his men, they have things well in hand. It's just the fact that Fritz Von Erich keeps antagonizing the people with the method in which he stays outside that keeps Moscato's men on the move.
It's 5 days from Germany. I've never seen a wrestling match.
I've just been told we have a very good fan here 5 days from Germany that hasn't seen a wrestling match. But I'm afraid she might not be at all happy with the manner in which Fritz Von Erich is acquitting himself here tonight. As we find Whipper Watson delivering those powerful forearm jolts to Fritz Von Erich's jaw, and has Von Erich in trouble now. There he is, Erich, straddling the ropes. Marciano finding it tough here tonight, handling these men. A little bit different to what Rocky's usually accustomed to. And he's doing his utmost to break them. Both men feel they have a score to settle. There's Von Erich, he's looking for trouble. As Rocky Marciano cocks that left hand of his and threatens Fritz Von Erich. And he's gone outside now to threaten him. He's gone outside to threaten Fritz Von Erich, who refuses to listen. And I'm sure at this moment that Rocky Marciano wishes it was old times again, and that he had this man in the ring in a different capacity. I'm being threatened once again here by Fritz Von Erich, who seems quite anxious to take the house on tonight. The fellow's a brutal type. I've never seen him smile. I don't think it's possible for him to smile. He wears a constant scowl. And I'm anxious to see just how long this scowl lasts here tonight. Because there's one man that can wipe it completely from his face, is Whipper Billy Watson, who has handled all types in the past. And I'm only hoping that he also, I don't want to sound biased here, fans, but I'm hoping he can find a solution to this type. There goes Fritz Von Erich, and he's moving around here. He's moving around Marciano. He's threatening Marciano. And Marciano moves in and throws a right hand to Fritz Von Erich, and Erich can't understand it. He's used to getting his own way in deals like this. Oh, here we have him out here again, fans, right at my side. I just missed the big legs that time as they came over here. Take him in the ring. Put him back in the ring. Put him back in. Fortunately, Martin Moscato has got the matter in hand here, though, fans. The man once again is threatening, and I see his old partner, Big Gene Kiniski, up here trying to lend a helping hand, only he's trying to help Fritz Von Erich. He's trying to help Fritz Von Erich. But we have, I see, good work there. Pleased to see Martin is right on hand. Yes, Martin Moscato's men. Very good help to me here also. Now we find Fritz Von Erich back in the ring, but helped in by Watson and thrown out just as fast. And he's caught outside by Big Gene Kiniski. Gene Kiniski is anxious to get in. I see Watson is threatening both of them from the ring. Well, what a wild and woolly contest this is tonight. Fans, we didn't anticipate anything like this at the Buffalo War Memorial tonight. We knew it would be rough, but this is really rough. And there is Kiniski now advising Fritz Von Erich on the action he should take when he returns to the ring. The crowd here are going wild over it. Huge crowd, in the vicinity of 8,000 people, enjoying every moment of this free-for-all, and that's all you could call it. Kiniski is challenging everybody on the outside, and I'm afraid that any advice that he can give Fritz Von Erich will not be good advice. Marciano is warning Kiniski, and rightly so. And while he is, here we have Fritz Von Erich tearing away at Watson here in a very vicious manner. There he's tearing away with a big smile on Kiniski's face as he watches his old pal in there. And once again, we find Fritz Von Erich missing badly. And with a mighty Bill, Watson sends him across the ring and deals him again. And he has now applied the famous sleeper, Watson's commando unconscious. That famous sleeper hold of Whippoorbilly Watson's applied, but unfortunately, Fritz Von Erich is in the ropes. Kiniski shouting encouragement again from the outside. As Rocky Marciano now pushing Watson back, trying to get stricter control of this contest. Marciano's counting. He wants the big German back on his feet. And once again, Watson has applied that famous commando unconscious, that great sleeper hold. But with the powerful Von Erich finding sanctuary in the ropes. Take your time, shouts Kiniski. But Watson follows up. He follows up with this sleeper. He's doing his best to, but Von Erich is in the ropes again. Watson's doing his best to subdue this big German, and at the moment, Fritz Von Erich is in a bad way. He's groggy. He's very groggy, wrestling fans. A little treatment from this sleeper, and a man is not too well. And now Watson has the hold firmly applied. Watson has the hold firmly applied, but Kiniski comes into the ring and breaks it up. There's Big Gene Kiniski came into the ring and broke it up. And there's Watson tearing the coat off Kiniski. There's Watson ripping that coat to pieces of Kiniski. And there's Martin Moscato in there with his men. And they're trying to subdue Kiniski. But Kiniski's gone crazy. And both Kiniski and Erich are attacking Watson. And Martin's men are in there. Martin Moscato has his men. They're all trying to push Kiniski out. And they're all grabbing him. There's taken about 6 men to subdue Kiniski. And Kiniski has lost his shirt, his coat, everything. Everything's ripped off him. Kiniski really took a bad belting then at the hands of all those that tried to subdue him. But he was crazy. And so is his partner. There's his old partner's crazy. Wrestling fans, there's quite a melee going on here. There's quite a melee going on here as everybody's trying to get order. The fans are going crazy. They're finding it hard to restore order here. But Watson has crowned the winner. Rocky Marciano has crowned Billy Watson the winner of this contest by disqualifying Fritz Von Erich. Rocky Marciano has disqualified Fritz Von Erich and has declared Billy Watson, ex-heavyweight champion of the world, present British Empire wrestling champion, the winner. And Watson takes hold of Kiniski, takes hold of Fritz Von Erich by a part of Kiniski's coat and holds him into the corner. He holds him into the corner. Rocky Marciano there took command, disqualified Fritz Von Erich in 17 minutes and 11 seconds, and is now raising Watson's hand. Watson the winner in the wildest contest that I have ever witnessed, and certainly probably one of the wildest wrestling contests that has been witnessed at the Buffalo War Memorial Auditorium. Marciano sending Fritz Von Erich to his dressing room. Rocky Marciano probably had one of the roughest times of his ring career here tonight in restoring order in a contest that got well out of hand for a brief period. And then we find Big Gene Kiniski doing his best to aid his old associate, but failed miserably. And so, wrestling fans, Rocky Marciano crowns Billy Watson of Toronto, Canada, winner over the big German wrestler Fritz Von Erich.